Have you ever wondered what it's like to be unbelievably, mind-bogglingly rich? We're not talking about today's billionaires. We're talking about a king whose wealth was so legendary, it sounds like something out of a fantasy novel. Today, we're re-looking into the story of King Solomon and trying to answer the question, how rich was he really? Looking back in time to the golden age of ancient Israel, about 3,000 years ago. Solomon, the son of King David, inherits the throne. But he doesn't ask God for power or long life. Instead, he asks for wisdom to govern his people justly. God is so pleased with this selfless request that he grants him not only unparalleled wisdom, but also riches and honor beyond any king before or after him. And let me tell you, God delivered on that promise. The Bible gives us some staggering figures. It says Solomon received 666 talents of gold each year. Now, what does that even mean? A single talent of gold is estimated to be around 75 pounds. So, we're talking about nearly 50,000 pounds of pure gold flowing into his treasury annually. In today's money, that's billions of dollars. And that was just his base income. This didn't even include the gold from trade, taxes, and tributes from other nations. Kings and queens from all over the known world, like the famous Queen of Sheba, traveled for months just to hear his wisdom and see his splendor. And they never came empty-handed. They brought spices, precious stones, and you guessed it, more gold. His entire palace was a spectacle of wealth. His throne wasn't just gold-plated. It was made of ivory and overlaid with the finest gold. It had 6 steps, with 2 lions standing beside the armrests and 12 more lions on the steps. Imagine the sight. Even his everyday items were made of gold. The Bible states that all of King Solomon's goblets were gold, and all the household articles in the palace of the Forest of Lebanon were pure gold. Nothing was made of silver, because silver was considered of little value in Solomon's days. Can you wrap your head around that? Silver was so common it was like stone. Solomon also built the first great temple in Jerusalem, a project that took 7 years and was a masterpiece of architecture and craftsmanship. It was adorned with enormous amounts of gold, silver, and bronze. The sheer scale of the resources poured into this single building is almost impossible to comprehend. He wasn't just a king. He was a master builder, a shrewd businessman, and a brilliant diplomat. He established a massive trade network. His fleet of ships sailed to distant lands, bringing back exotic goods like apes, peacocks, and sandalwood. He controlled key trade routes, making Jerusalem a bustling international hub. He also had a massive army, with thousands of chariots and horses stationed in specially built cities. This military might secured his borders and ensured the peaceful flow of commerce, which in turn made him even wealthier. So, when we compare him to the richest people today, it's not even a fair comparison. Solomon's wealth wasn't just in currency. It was in tangible assets: gold, land, trade routes, and absolute power. Some economists have tried to estimate his net worth in today's terms, and the numbers are astronomical, often reaching into the trillions, but even that doesn't capture the full picture. His wealth was so absolute that he literally changed the value of precious metals in his own kingdom. But here's where the story takes a turn, and where the most important lesson lies for all of us. Towards the end of his life, Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, wrote the book of Ecclesiastes. And what was his conclusion, after having everything a person could possibly desire? He famously wrote, "Vanity of vanities, all is vanity." It's a Hebrew phrase that means meaningless, like trying to chase the wind. He had all the money, all the power, all the pleasure, and at the end of it all he found it empty and unsatisfying without a deeper purpose. He realized that true fulfillment doesn't come from accumulating stuff. It comes from our relationship with God and with the people around us. He concluded that the whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments. This is the incredible paradox of Solomon's story. He is the ultimate symbol of worldly success, yet his own testimony warns us not to make it our life's goal. It's a powerful reminder for us today. We live in a world that constantly tells us we need more: a better phone, a bigger house, a fancier car. We chase after success, wealth, and recognition, believing that's where happiness is. But Solomon's life is a 3,000-year-old case study proving that it's not. It teaches us that while ambition and hard work are good, our ultimate focus should be on things of eternal value. Wisdom, justice, relationships, and our spiritual life. Don't let the pursuit of more distract you from what truly matters. What do you think? Was Solomon the richest person in history? And what's the biggest lesson you take away from his life? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I read every single one. This story is just one of many that shows how ancient wisdom can provide profound guidance for our modern lives. If you found this journey into the past as fascinating as I did, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to explore more incredible stories and timeless lessons like this one, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.